Hey guys, I'm Andreas from Motorfanatics and welcome to a video. A lot of time has passed since I've uploaded my last video, which unfortunately had some severe real-life reasons, and on top came the whole COVID situation. At first there was no work, which gave me time for my YouTube project, then was far too much work, and now everything is work. But albeit on a smaller scale, I want to start making YouTube videos again. As you guys might see, we've got a new car hoist. The old one was simply too old and probably too weak. The Subaru is on top of the hoist because it didn't pass state inspection. I guess you get what you pay for. So there will be a lot of content on getting rid of the rust. And the Skyline is still down below and pretty much nothing has happened. Because, as you might have noticed, Skyline parts have recently become very, very expensive. And we are missing a few crucial parts for the car. My aim is to try to upload a video every week, at least every other week. As I'm doing this completely alone from now on, I don't know if I can manage a fixed schedule, but I will obviously try and give my best. Yeah, there's pretty much not much. There's pretty much not. I was going to say it again. As you guys might have noticed, I've stopped speaking English for pretty much last time you saw a video of me. So my English sucks even more now. Oh, fighter jets? Can you hear them? Yeah, pretty much. I will need a little bit of training, a little bit of practice to get back into the habit of speaking English with you guys, but that shouldn't be a big deal and shouldn't take too long, so that at least you can enjoy my videos in a halfway decent English, I hope. So, with this little update, stay tuned for the next video, in which I will give you a big update on a Subaru, why exactly it's on the hoist, why it didn't pass the state inspection, and what my plans are for the Subaru. And for that, I'll give you a sneak peek after saying goodbye, press like, share and subscribe, and see you next time. Talking about a sneak peek. Here we go. Of course, that's the Subaru. Who would have thought? And that's the front axles. The original plan just was to replace the mounts. They didn't want to come out, so one thing led to another, and now everything sits here torn apart. Yeah, there was rust. There was a lot of rust. It's a Subaru. Here are the brakes and the shocks. And here's the Subaru. The horns probably are new for you. The manifold, exhaust gas manifold probably is new for you guys too. The rust holes underneath are new for you guys too on this car, but not for this Subaru in special. And what you can't see are the bucket seats I fitted. Now it's really time to finish the video, guys. Trust me, I'm gonna update you soon in another video. Bye bye. Well guys, the video is almost over. From now on I've attached a few clips I recorded between our last video and now, which should have become videos but never manifested because of uninteresting stuff, because of lack of time. And in this first clip I'm talking about the R34 gearbox and why this kind of clutch mechanism is not very favorable in its construction. Here you'd see me talking about the Skyline gearbox and how difficult it was to attach to the engine after so many years, and that we had to get a lot of bolts new, and what a pain in the ass it was to get them all from Nissan. A few moments later, I was showing you the engine bay and telling you that the engine from now on will live up there and that it might be a little bit difficult to get it in. And in the last part, I was showing you the inside of the Subaru, talking about the seats, which brings me to the next clip. Next clip is rather short and bitter. The Skyline rear axle is out again because I forgot the shielding for the tank. Nothing more, nothing less. And as I mentioned before, the dreaded topic of the seats. I really spent some money on getting Sparco seat rails, OMP seat mounts, and OMP rally seats, WRC rally seats, in a comfortable size. And the size, in fact, does matter, because I've reworked the seat rails, the mounting kit, at least for a week, and it never fit. The seats wouldn't fit into the Subaru, no matter what I did. Yeah. And that has a particular reason. And that particular reason, unfortunately, is the seat is too wide for the car. I'm not kidding you. This is a medium seat between XXL and medium. Well, so it's basically an XL seat. And no matter how I positioned the seat, closer to the tunnel, closer to the door, something was always hitting. On the tunnel, it was the cushion, the side of the seat, the shell, and on the door frame, it was the ears. No matter how much I angled it, how I angled it, it never did fit. So we just put in some different seats, which aren't as nice, but they will do. Another day, another problem. I drove into my driveway and suddenly the radiator hose popped off because I was leaking cooling fluid and it just became too hot. The engine became too hot. A lot of the fluid evaporated and it popped off the hose. Or so I thought. Since I couldn't find any leaks, even under pressure, I assumed that the old radiator was leaking where the plastic sides meet the metal center. So I got a new radiator from fmec.eu and started mounting the old hardware onto it. And I thought everything would be fine. Surprise! But it wasn't. So I got to the expansion tank, the upper expansion, the upper coolant tank, the Subaru S2, one on the lower side on the radiator and one on the top side. And I completely took it apart, cleaned the gasket, cleaned all the hardware, all the mounting stuff, painted it and closed it back up. And again, I thought everything would be fine now. Guess what? I was wrong. It was a weld on top of the expansion tank, so I got a new one from an 06 STi. It just fit like a replacement. Got some new hoses to be sure, to be on the safe side, and after that everything was fine concerning the cooling. Which obviously means there was another problem, and with this particular hose kit there was a vacuum hose for the brake system, and I just replaced it, not thinking about it. And of course it was missing a one-way valve, so I had no brake boost pressure the first time braking, and I was, let's say, mildly confused. So we put in the old hose, at least that one. If you made it to the second end of the video, thank you so much for sticking with me. But now, see you in the next video and bye bye.